So, Interloper is a source ARG where Anomide, the main protagonist, finds a forum post about the Umbrella Man graffiti. Once he researches it a bit, he finds the demo generator, also known as the interlope command. This generates demos that come from type 1s to type 5s. Type 1s are, well, random camera movements that last for about 2 or 3 seconds. Type 2s are when the player is out of bounds and dies shortly after. Type 3s are random inputs, being either walking around, attacking, zooming in, etc. Type 4s are actual gameplay, which is very common throughout the Portal games, I guess. Type 5s are some sort of motion capture VRs from what I can tell. Still don't know what it is, but I guess it's motion capture. Type 6s are weird, being some sort of developer thing where you zoom around the map and edit stuff, or basically just deleting. Keep in mind they get rarer each type it goes up, so type 1s are the most common, and then 2, and then 3, and so on. And then after a while, also known, or otherwise known as after weeks or so, we generate the portal incident, where a DM NPC, the type 5 NPC, loses connection, allowing Anomide to control it with hit notes. His game gets corrupted by the Umbrella Man shortly after, being a seemingly infinite dark, like checkerboard map when he relaunches it. Something of note here is that the regular portal crashes after a few seconds. Portal RTX does not crash. So, while playing games with Portal RTX open, he finds a server in basically all the server lists of the multiplayer source games, where they're also hosted on his local area network. These servers have the same map, int_menu. This allows him to generate demos, and well, he streams it. After a while, the stream crashed after a demo, and all these demos though, once he was going to send that out to the public, they were all deleted, somehow. Weeks later, the Tuesday manifest happens, where Anomi went off for work, but his application, or Project Skybox application, Ravencheck, detected the Umbrella Man graffiti, thus making it generate demos. Another while passes, and Anomi realizes Sky Ghost, aka a woman modeled for Lucy in Interloper A, was sentient. He goes off the theory that Idamona made, which is damage makes them more active or alive. So he tests and tests until he decides to test the sounds. One of them being the wind chime, which is the equivalent of a nuke in Interloper. But, well, he dies. But then JStall 1994 sends the Zombie Slayer demo in, well, the Discord server, also known as Idamona, which I forgot to mention is a very important person throughout the series, being the first one to investigate Interloper. He DMs Anomide, and well, he talks about the Interloper thing and proves that he's Idamona. Anomi asks how he can fix the Skybox bug before JStall says try pressing F11. He does, and it, well, crashes. All his other games also freeze. He goes to play Half-Life 2 on the Xbox with an emulator and tries to go into the source void. He succeeds, and then he lands in a Dota 2 map. He uses Dota 2 to navigate, but you may be wondering, is it frozen? Well, he thinks and, well, tries to, well, navigate around the map, even though he's not looking. So, eventually his character reaches the Half-Life 2 emulator dead body. He tries something in Dota 2, which is the git pause command. He does it and, well, goes to Left 4 Dead 2, pastes the command set pause, and, well, Bill Left 4 Dead 2 comes in, revives him. He revives him, but now he's just stuck there. He does the same with the engineer though, and the engineer builds a teleporter, teleporting him to Portal 2 map. He walks around a bit and then he teleports to Upward. Then he meets the corrupted Umbrella Man, chasing him through the source void. He lands in another place, which is Project Skybox. He wanders around, but the corrupted Umbrella Man catches up again, falling again off into the void with a new weapon that does nothing, the Skybar. He falls for a bit and then he lands in a map. That's, well, I don't really know what it is. where he meets a huge corrupted lady with missing textures, and it guides him to Axel Vault, a TF2 map. After a while, he lands in RP Christmas Town and wanders around a bit, losing the corrupted Umbrella Man. He tries the flash nuke and thinks it could work on the corrupted Umbrella Man, but then he gets grabbed by a Dark RP admin. Just kidding, I know what they are. And they basically talk to Anomide. Then he gets cussed out and thrown into the source void, to the bottom of it. He walks a bit and then finds a door. Walking through it, which then generates a map called Kolks on his computer, which means key in Hungarian, and oh god, please enough of that fucking stuff! Nothing was of note there, except the intro being a city scanner called Zippy. Everyone then noticed something. The shadows. They checked it out and found out it's spelled CGE7-193. Sound familiar? Well, if it does, it's because it was the name of a DM NPC back at Interloper 3. Yes, Interloper 3. Everyone started to get bored and, well, play games, until someone named Jarkone found a TF2 server called CGE7-193. It was 2 forts. Or was it? You see, the skybox was missing and the red sewer door was breakable, sending them to something called Ask, a map where you input codes to hopefully get a map. Well, most of the time it was no access, but then after scraping and inputting, we found a couple of maps. Sawyer, Plotmas, Stall, Stork_S, Blemore, Speckle, Christian_S, and Veritas. All these maps have movies, where if you don't know what they're basically just, well, videos that play to teach you around. Those videos are videos from Ida Mona, or Ida Machinima. But then people found out that these movies had graffitis overlaid on them. All these graffitis are also under the letters in Ask. What happens when you input them? You get subroutine hello. Not very important, but when people found it, Anomi's Xbox was in something called the Alpha State at the time. A white void with an upbeat ambience. When people found subroutine hello, it changed to something like it, called the beta state. Later on, we found something called maze. It had 3 train entities: A error, machine, and cone. Cone didn't do anything, it was just annoying. A error kicks everyone, and machine kicks only the person it touches. Cone was able to trigger something called beacon, which if someone sacrifices this sound to machine, leads the others to cone. The same as maze, but the walls are invisible and there's a huge cone in the middle, which is CGE7-193. The cone had hurt triggers on it, so it triggers something on death. Tadzi and a group of others went into cone. But everyone except Tadzi was kicked. He was super slow throughout the whole thing. Everyone had to guide him until he reached the cone and shot the shit out of it.
Sorry.
Killing the cone?
You did it!
We did it!
You did it! Someone was here.
Which also affected Anomi's emulator, which once the cone died, it generated something on his FTP server credentials, and it has recordings of everyone on CG7-193. Meanwhile, it also generated something called sourcebox. Clone was updated as well. The only change being a Taurus in the bottom right of the map. Anomi was guided to it and went to subroutine hello, doing a sick ass jump
Oh, let's go!
Oh my god.
before then going to the door, which led to sourcebox changing a bit. There was a circle, a square, and a cone. When clicking on the cone, it started to track something. Meanwhile, on the other side, two maps were found on Ask. Or not really Ask, but, you know, scrapped. Or scraped. I don't know what the term is. Those two maps are Ordnance and Ask. Ask has a door to Ordnance and an arch, which, when you touch it, just said I am Vol. Very useless and does nothing. Not which it view as well. It's just as an empty map with a rock wall texture in front of the players. When going to Ordnance, players were given buttons to input and it generated something in view.bsp. And now, we're here. Generating view renders and a lot of other shit. God, this took way too long to make and well, I'm just happy I'm finally done. So, all of you have a great day and I'll see you in the next video.